Hi, and welcome to Danny After Dark. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a notification or a new episode. Tonight is the weekly True Crime and Chill. Mr. Beckham will be joining late as always, but in the meantime, we have a lot to talk about this week and a lot to kind of let you guys know what is coming up in the works as well. So first, if you missed my review of Jay Sebring, Cutting to the Truth, that book review that I did earlier this week, y'all, 3 hours. I cannot believe I went 3 hours, but nonetheless, incredibly great book. I recommend it to everybody. Check that out if you missed it. And also, as I said in that review, I feel like the book's well over 500 pages. As long as the review that I did, I feel like I only just touched upon so much that was in the book. And then there was even a lot in the book that I didn't even get to touch upon in my review. So definitely check that out if you missed it. I announced at the very end of the book review that next week, so the week of, let me pull up my calendar. Oh, no, not next week. Sorry, my bad. The following week will be when the authors of the book, so Anthony DiMaria and Marshall Terrell, will be on the show. Paulcast will be joining for that. But yes, I am so excited to have them on to talk about the book, the project, and everything about, Jay and his life, as well as the aftermath of what they have kind of had to go through and what they're still going through in regards to, court appeals and whatnot. There's so much to this. And it's just really finally great that Jay in his legacy and who he is as a person is finally being brought out there after so long, and people get to really get an inside look of who was Jay Sebring, right? So definitely don't miss that interview. So I'm really excited to have them on. And again, that will be in 2 weeks. I will be posting an official event on YouTube. I'm just waiting on some graphics for that, and then that will be posted. But y'all, I'm so excited for that. Next week will be a little bit of a different show. So I've already created the event for it. So you guys have already seen it, and it will be a panel, and I'm really excited for that. And that will be on Tuesday, the 11th, and it will be me, the Liz, Omar from Boston Crime Tour, as well as Beckham. And we will be talking about Boston police corruption. It's just, messaging with Beckham and Liz about this, and, and even Omar as well. It's like every day there's just something new, and it just makes our state look so bad that I was thinking of doing just almost like a true crime and chill, but a panel in regards to what the heck is going on in our city. And yes, I say our because Beckham came once to Boston. Now he thinks he runs the town, which is crazy, but nonetheless. But Liz made a really good point when she's just like, there's so much corruption. Like, this goes so far back. Like, we really need to talk about a little bit of that too. And I kind of leave that up to the experts, if you will. Liz and Omar, they know so much about Boston corruption from back in the day. Like, that's totally their thing. So I'm like, that's y'all, do what you do best. But it's going to be a really, really good show. So again, that is next Tuesday, the 11th. Again, myself, the Liz, Omar from Boston Crime Tour, and Beckham. So definitely tune in for that. A little bit of old Boston true crime, police corruption, a whole bunch of police corruption that is still going on today because it never ends. And even just as I was I'll be honest, aimlessly Instagram scrolling a little earlier tonight, I'm just I come up across another thing and I'm like, seriously? And it's horrific. I'm like, more corruption in my state, just more. I'll get that on the docket for next week. So with that being said, the True Crime and Chill tonight, there'll be nothing about Boston in it. I'm saving that for Tuesday's show. So if you're thinking, gee, it's a little light on what's going on in your state, I purposely was not omitting it. It will be on next Tuesday's show. So I just rambled a whole bunch. How are you guys and ladies all doing? I don't know about y'all. It's been a week. We are officially a week into November. Where I am here in Massachusetts, it's really starting to get chilly. It's like it just went from like t-shirt and shorts to just like, all right, bring out the like comfy, heavy, warm jackets, comfy boots, like warm clothes. It's time. There was no in between. There wasn't. But yeah, it's also been a long week. I'm not gonna lie, but all good things, all good things. I have to tell y'all what happened this morning on my way to work. I called the Liz and it was like a whole shit show. And I'll tell you guys about that. But first, let's see who's here. Tony Stewart, 8:04, an hour early. Look at you, hon. Hey, Kane, good to see you. Capone causing trouble like always. James Watson causing trouble like always. Chris James, hello. They're around. They're around. And I have to say, when you turn when the clocks go, what is it that just happened? We gained an hour. So it went back an hour, which is great. But animals don't get that. So they're like crying for their food an hour earlier. And it's just like, no, come on. Like we have a time schedule. You are not dying. It's fine. You are very much fed. Yeah, animals don't get the memo. And we're still like, they're getting closer to being like, okay, but it's like an hour on the dot before they're just like, all right, it's time to eat. And it's like, no, not yet. I don't know. Any other pet parents? Are you with me on that? It's just crazy. 3 hours. James, that sounds like a personal problem. I don't know what to say. Hi, Karen. Hope you're doing well. K-Dog. What is your secret for 3 minutes? I think of Paul. Oh, my God. Thank you for that horrible graphic. Hey, Tony Stewart. Good to see you. Let's see. Danny has been taking up Kung Fu. I mean, yeah, why not? Hey, Renee, hope you're doing well. And yes, happy Friday. Okay, no Proctor tonight. Not tonight, K-Dog, but there's a lot. And we'll be talking about it Tuesday night. Like, it was so sad to not put him in the docket for tonight because there's so much. It just never ends. And it's like so bad. It is so bad. Tune in Tuesday. I promise you we are talking so much Proctor. Tune in Tuesday. Jerk. Chilly here tonight, I'm outside. Go inside, Tony Stewart, go inside. Don't freeze on my account, Christ's sakes. It's spring here and very well. Karen Diamond, I was gonna say lucky you, but we're on because you're in Australia, it's like complete opposite where we are. So, it's you've had your time in the winter. Now it's getting better for you. So I'm very happy for you. Just very sad for me because I definitely am not a cold weather person, as I say that, and I've lived here my whole life. What can you do? It's still 74 in Vegas. That's cold for you guys though, right, Capone? I feel like there's some places like that I visit, and Vegas is one, but like Texas is another because I have family in Texas. And I remember years ago, one winter, just making it out. Like there was a wicked bad snowstorm. We were the last flight out before the rest of them got canceled. I'm shocked that ours didn't get canceled. Went to visit family. And they were so apologetic. Like, we're so sorry. It was like 77, I think. And it was my aunt and uncle. They were so apologetic of how cold it was. And they're all bundled up. I'm in a tank top and shorts. I'm like, this is great. Are you kidding me? This weather's great. Went to visit them for a long weekend. Came back. And the snowstorm that hit was all melted by the time I got back. So I'm like, that was an amazing trip. But yeah, it was just so funny. Like, sorry, it's so cold here. Like, it's 77. What are you talking about? It's cold. Amazing. I'm so constantly waking up an hour early every day. Right? Yeah, totally. Yeah, we'll probably have to be like another week or two and then like we'll be used to it. But I'm totally with you, Capone. It's just like, it's still a hard adjustment completely. Yeah. That was Tony. Hi, Danny. Totally missed what that was about, but that's totally fine. Feel flattered. Okay, did I like totally acknowledge the wrong comment? Probably. Lots of Proctor news. Yep. Danny, you called. Oh my God, did I? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. My bad. It's the two Tonys. And then you guys can kind of determine like who's Tony 1, Tony 2. I think either way, you're both kick-ass Tonys. So like you can't go wrong really. Or like Tony 1A and Tony 1B. Like let's just give you guys both the number 1 Tony status. Let's be honest. Did you see in the news that Jane wasn't dead? I hope everyone wasn't worried and upset. No, I did not. But we messaged earlier, so if I did hear that news flash, then I knew it wasn't you and you were safe. They don't know what cold is. Exactly. Thank you. I'm not familiar with the mountain area in Vegas, to be perfectly honest, so I know nothing about that. Hey, Shelly. Tony was the better Tony, just remember that. So let's see. What was I going to say? Okay, yeah, the story from this morning. So I'm on my way to work, and I'm driving on a very, very busy main street. There's a Dunks. I mean, I say that, and y'all are going to be like, Danny, there's a Dunks like every 10 feet in Massachusetts. True. But where this was, it was a very busy Dunkin' Donuts. It's like notorious for being super busy, like all hours of the day. There are cars, there's school buses, there's just cars go super fast. It's a very, very busy road at that time, right? Morning commute. And all of a sudden, this tiny little Pomeranian dog runs out into the middle of the street. I don't know from where. And the poor thing was in a diaper. So either it's elderly and is having some issues, or it's young and just sick. Like I've been there with friends who've had that type of thing where it's like they're having, bladder issues and we all know what happens with pets at that time. But anyway, so my first thought is, holy shit. But then my second thought is, holy shit, nobody's slowing down, nobody's stopping, which blew my mind. So of course I pull the car over, block my side of the lane traffic. So I'm like, fuck that. Get out, go into the middle of the street, pick up the dog. It is so sweet, shaking. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I bring the dog to my car. Beckham, I see you backstage. I'll let you on in a second. I'm just finishing a story. Bring the dog to my car. And I'm like, okay, now what? Because I don't know where this dog came from, but I'm not leaving it. Like, please. Y'all know me with animals. And I grew up with dogs before I became a cat lady. So like, no, I love animals. I'm like, what the hell? So I called the Liz and I'm just like, hey, I need your help. And I'm like, here's where I am. Help me. Because it's so early in the morning that my first thought is like, I don't know if animal control is even open. So I'm like, I just don't know. So I'm with the dog in the back of my car. And again, I'm holding this dog the whole time. It is shaking. It's such a sweet, sweet dog. And I see these two women. They had to be like, I'm thinking like young 20s, and they are booking it from like a few streets away. And I see them coming and they look frantic as hell. So I'm on the phone with Liz. I'm just like, gotta go. Cause I'm like, I guarantee these are the owners. So I'm just like, you're looking for something? They're like, our dog got lost. So I'm like, come with me. And I'm like, is this your dog? And it was. So they were so upset. Like so upset. Like we have a fenced in yard. The dog got out. We have no idea how the dog got out. We've been running around trying to find him. So I knew it was a him. And the dog didn't have a collar. So I should have said that when I got the dog, because I go to feel for a collar. There's no collar. So I'm like, okay, I can't even call anybody. They were so upset. And they were like, how'd you get him? And I was like, well, here's what happened. So in the end, they got their dog back. I was not leaving that dog alone. Like, so they got, it was such a, like, of course, like my adrenaline's like on 100. So it was very happy the dog went back. And I didn't ask them in regards to like what the issue with because I knew, I'm like, if it's an older dog or like a younger sick dog, it is what it is. I get that. So I leave. I call the Liz back, and I'm just like, girl, here's what happened. And so we're just like chatting, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, you see an animal on the street, you don't stop or slow down. Like, that blew my mind. I'm like, I don't care if I'm backing up traffic. Like, that dog is not getting out of my sight. I am taking that dog with me. I will block everything. And I did. But before I saw them, I was like literally getting to, after I was talking to the Liz, I was going to call my boss and go, here's the deal. I will either be late to work or I'll be there on time, which is my plan, but I'm taking a dog with me. And here's why. But nonetheless, of course, my coworkers were all like, oh, we would have wanted the dog. We would have wanted the dog here today, but all worked out. But like, oh my God, I was like, my adrenaline was on like crazy. So anyway, that was my morning. All right, Beckham's here. Let's bring him on. Hi, Beckham. How are you?
Hey.
Hey.
Friday.
Happy Friday indeed. You are on Avatar.
Yeah, so that way people can like it, like the sticker version of me.
As opposed to you in itself.
Yeah, I think the sticker's probably better.
Let's see who's here. Hello, weird Debbie M1619.
Hello, everybody.
Russell, good to see you. I just want to make sure I acknowledge everyone. K-Dog, I know a 5 deer hit around here last week. Oh man, dude, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised.
What'd you do with the dog?
I messaged you what happened.
You said that you I don't know, you said you stopped for a dog.
Did I fill you in on the rest of what happened?
No, you just told me something about, hey, I stopped for a dog.
Oh, I just said the whole story. I'm not going to repeat it. I'll message you.
Why?
Because it's a long story.
It's probably a lovely story.
It is.
I mean, I'm just messing
with you.
But you didn't tell me the whole story.
All right. Okay. In the end, the 2 women, I got the dog in the middle of the street, blocked traffic with my car, got the dog. It was shaking, brought him to my car, was in the back car seat with him. So I'm like, I'm not going to leave him alone. And he just wanted to be held because he was shaking. I called Liz, freaking out. 2 women from down the street were running like crazy. They came from somewhere and they're all frantic. And I'm like, you're looking for something? And it was their dog. They have a fenced in yard. The dog still got out. They were all upset. They'd been looking for the dog that morning and I had the dog. So it was all a good ending, but it like was a crazy way to start because I'm just driving along, listening to my podcast. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, there's a dog in the middle of the road. No one's slowing down and no one's stopping.
Yeah, I wouldn't have probably stopped.
You wouldn't have?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if I probably wouldn't have seen it.
That's not shocking.
I probably wouldn't have seen
I will stop for an animal.
I would have been too good.
Person, not so much.
Yeah, but I would have probably been too much into going to, I'm going to work type of mode.
Yeah, I mean, I was too, but like shit. Renee, I had an animal encounter this weekend. Rode my bike right by where a mountain lion and 2 cubs were eating a deer. Glad it was like, Renee, you're lucky to be alive, and 2, like, my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's wild. That is wild. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it worked out. Like, I'm so glad it worked out. Truthfully, because I really would have like just taken the dog with me to work and tried to figure it out. Good to see you. And yeah, speaking of dogs, love the Avatar. Like, love your Avatar.
I know, Capone. I just get free parking everywhere I go, kind of most of the time.
Sakes. Tony Stewart says, Beckham, sorry about the Cowboy player this week. Oh, was that story? See, I don't follow sports, so
yeah, unfortunately, the Cowboy player, 24 years old, committed suicide yesterday. The night before.
Yeah, something. Yeah, wasn't Paul the one that messaged us about that?
Yeah, he he was looking into it, and I told him, yeah, he was, you know, that yeah, it had happened.
Okay. Yeah, it's very, I don't, when sports news doesn't come on my radar. So when it does, it's usually by somebody else. And I believe, yeah, Paul was like, hey, did you guys hear about this? And of course, Beckham did, and I didn't. I mean, yeah, if it was a cat, I would just brought it right home. I'd be like, sorry, boss, can't come in. I'm sick today. Meanwhile, I have another cat.
Danny,
Shelly,
you don't have any room for another cat.
in my heart, I have room
You
for
have 6,
100.
dude. How many do you have? 6?
6.
Jesus Christ.
Beckham would be, oh, you're talking about that free parking stuff. Yeah. I wonder if I lay on the ground in Boston shivering, would Danny stop for me? Absolutely not, Tony Stewart. Absolutely not. But to be fair, I wouldn't stop for Beckham either, or Paul. So Liz, I would, because she's actually cool. But yeah, she's an exception.
I reminded you this earlier this week. The first time you went to LA, you were expecting an In-N-Out burger, but you got Carl's Jr. I thought I was taking you to In-N-Out, dude.
You
I was like,
know,
hey, Danny, I know exactly where there's one.
no, Tony Stewart, don't take it personally, because like, yeah, anybody who knows me knows that like, would Danny stop for a person? Absolutely not. But would she stop for an animal? 100%. I don't know why I just spoke out of like I was like a third person, but I feel like that's not shocking either, Tony Stewart, you know. She would stop back up, go forward, go. Oh, over Tony Stewart. No, I wouldn't injure him. I might be like, hey, everybody, let him get up and walk away. Like somebody else help him. I would give you a shout. Which is pretty generous, I would say. So Beckham, I was just explaining before you got on that like tonight's docket is very light because there's a lot of Boston stuff and we're saving it for Tuesday. So yeah.
Proctor's in the news.
Oh my God, Proctor.
I think he's in the news like every night.
And right when you think, hey, can it get bad? Can it get worse?
It gets
worse. We won't go into it tonight because again, we'll talk about Tuesday. But Beck, one of the things that I was talking about with one of my coworkers today before we were leaving, because we were talking about this, was the state brought this all on themselves. The first Karen Reed trial happened, and it made the state look really, really bad. And it ended in a mistrial. And what did they do? Let's try Karen Reed again and put this all on the forefront, right? Proctor knows all the shit he's done, right?
Yeah, but
Bill tries to fight to keep his job. Did you not think all of this was going to come out? Like,
I don't think he did.
And I mean, clearly he didn't think it
would. So like, right. You said you had just a real quick timeline. The first case happened, right? All the stuff came out, everything. It just, at that time, it seemed like he was just an asshole of a cop, right? Locker room chat and text messaging between, law enforcement. And yeah, I mean, of course they had the mistrial thing. And then because at that time, I remember watching exclusively the news channel with a independent lawyer and a current district attorney on the show, and they were talking about how, yeah, it happens all the time. Proctor's going to get his job back. He's just going to have to file for an appeal. And I was just like, wow, okay, I guess he'll get his job back. But that was before the second trial started, right? Mm-hmm. And then, so I think he was, I think the consensus within the community and within himself and everything like that was like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll just, I'll appeal it and get my job, whatever. But as you just alluded to, yeah, the second trial started, and then more and more and more, and then he goes before his own, the panel where he's trying to get his job back, and then more and more comes out, and then more and more comes out. It's just, and it keeps coming. It's not stopping. And like just to preview real quick, there's a lot of cases that could flip or whatever that you've mentioned before that he was part of.
So tune in on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's
to
crazy.
hear all about this. We have an expert panel of Boston and Beckham.
Yeah,
That's like my favorite thing.
I'm gonna have to research y'all's history on this.
Oh God. Oh God. I'm curious what avenue of Boston history Beckham chooses to like research. We'll see. But
No Proctor tonight.
no Proctor tonight. But how about a treat for everybody? And this is just the tiniest little update. But Beckham, I was really hoping we could go the rest of 2025 without bringing her up. But here we are. Sarah Boone. I knew when you opened to this doc. Well, Beckham, you usually don't open the doc until you start the show. But
I did. I was like, oh God, not her.
Yeah. Sarah Boone. Hi, Platform GT. Welcome. Hey, Wolf. Beckham, I'm not stopping. So Sarah Boone. So she, again, if you are not familiar with this case, we've talked about this as it has gone on. We talked about her trial. Oh, look at, geez, Sarah Boone. Right. So she has gone through upteenth attorney, like many attorneys. It's just been horrific. So she is back in the news this week. And technically it was end of last week, but we're working it in here. So she sent a letter to the judge inquiring who her next attorney is while she's working on her appeal. That letter that she submitted is it was submitted on October 27th, me and Tony's birthday. It was admitted to the court. So, folks, what does that mean? It looks like lawyer number 12 is no longer representing Sarah. So that means he is now seeking a 13th attorney. Yeah.
I wonder how long this process is going to take.
Well, I wonder. So, Beckham, what do you think by the end of 2025 she'll hit 15 attorneys?
No.
Really?
But maybe by like June of 2026.
Oh, I think by then it'll be more.
If it's more by then, I'll be like, it'll just be like something that just shocked but not shocked.
Right. It's just like, it's wild.
And
it's
bring your candy corn.
Bring your candy corn. Yeah, I wonder if it's just like,
or Pop-Tarts. Wait, which one was it?
Oh, Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, that's
mints. Oh God, I totally forget, but it was just trashy candy. So she could have the energy to stay. Just crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, it is her legal right to appeal. That is not what we're questioning here. It's just, once again, another. And we have not heard why lawyer number 12, at least last I checked, why lawyer number 12 is not there. Whether he left on his own accord or if she fired him.
What number was she when I first learned about her? 10? Was she on number 10 when I first learned about her? It's been like a couple of them at least.
Yeah, you've been on the road with me through several. I can't remember what.
I think probably like 10. I mean, like, so she's gone to like 3 now.
But
that's a lot.
Yeah. Even like 3 or 4 is a lot.
Yeah.
And then you were there for the trial, and then when she had to represent herself, and then that didn't work out.
Okay, so you can count herself as one.
We could. K-Dog, who is so generous and so loving, says, I sent her some Pop-Tart money. I'm going to give that a star. I think that's actually pretty
Wasn't he like, K-Dog, were you the one that wanted to like reach out to her through a website? Who is that?
Oh, I don't know. Hey, Fiddle. Good to see you.
You wanted to reach out to her through a website.
What is this? Wolf. I wrote a song about Sarah Boone case called She Said She Loved You, But Is She Insane? It's on my channel. Everybody check when the show's done tonight. Go over to Wolf's channel, check that out. And Wolf posts a lot of cute cat stuff, so like that's why I love Wolf's channel. But that's just me. But like, no, Wolf, that's amazing. That's amazing. God, Renee, she just sucks the life out of everyone that comes her way. Yes, and she thinks she's the smartest person in the room. She really does, and it's just I can't stand people like that. Beckham is like that, and I can't stand it.
Because I'm mostly right all the time.
Oh, for fuck's sake, no, you're not.
But I don't just keep saying it.
That is such bullshit.
I'm like, oh,
Beckham will be like, Danny, I'm right. Tell me I'm right.
I'm usually Danny. You should have just asked me, and I would have got you the answer first time.
Oh my God, for fuck's sake. Y'all, this is what I deal with. This is what I deal with. And then add Paul to the mix. Oh my God. Russell says Beckham, she needs that lawyer Race Horse Haynes.
What did you say?
Race Haynes? I don't know what I just
Horse
said.
Haynes.
Race Horse Haynes. Oh, I don't know. Danny, thank you. We love cats big time. And
Dude,
and that's why I love you and your channel, Wolf.
I don't think she could afford Racehorse Haynes, but if she had Racehorse Haynes and they didn't get along and she let him go, I would be like, I don't know what to tell you.
Is that what I said, Russell? Probably. I don't know what I said.
Did you say race face?
I don't know what I said. Someone will go back and screen grab it. And
that
it's
is so
fine.
funny.
It's totally
hey, race
fine.
face.
You know, if there's a show that I do and I don't mispronounce something once throughout the whole thing, that's when y'all need to do like a well-being check and be like, Danny was 100% on her game tonight. Something's wrong. Just saying.
Okay.
Beckham will never be mistaken for the brightest bulb in the room. I'm gonna give that a star. That's hilarious. Oh God.
I always get the information somehow.
Shelly, I'm about to time you out.
And real info, not fake info. Jeez. Gee, I wonder why.
So anyway, that's the most recent with Sarah Boone. I say we'll keep you posted. I would love to say we won't, but at the end of the day, she'll never go away. And everybody wants to talk about it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to talk about it too. I wish we didn't have to, but nonetheless, here we are in this world. And this is where we are. So we'll keep you posted. I think she might be out. I'll just time myself out. No, you know what? I think you know what you've said and done, Shelly, and that's punishment enough. But no, I still think by the end of 2 months, going on number 13. I might be pushing it with 15. I won't say Beckham's right because that will just make this whole argument moot. But we'll see. I think there will be she'll get to 14.
Before when?
Before the end of the year.
Dude, what? So
there's 2 months for her to get number 13, number 13 to quit, and get a number 14.
Yeah, so 2 more. You're going with 2 plus 2.
Yeah, I think 15 might be really, we'll see.
Just say you're going plus 2 by a date. So you're going plus 2 by when?
By December 31st.
I mean, I'm not saying you could be wrong. I'm just saying
yeah, that's my final argument.
No, but she's going through them I'm just saying there's no right or wrong answer because she's going through them pretty fast.
Yeah, my God.
I'm saying plus 3 by June of 2026. But you're saying the trial already happened. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't really see the appeal going very far, but again, it's her legal right to do so. So that is that. All right.
Sarah Boone.
My God. The next one. So, okay, it's a little bit of I'm saying true crime news because it involves a law enforcement officer, but this has gone viral, and it's like one of those moments where, like, y'all, Life is stressful. Life can be hard, especially this time of year, right? And I always say, and especially even at work, I'm the type where it's just like work is stressful. Like we're all there. We need to have those moments where we can just pause, take a deep breath, and just have a laugh because like it's just always so necessary to just like have that moment and be like, all right, my laugh is over with. Let's just get back to the seriousness of what we're doing now, right? So that's what this is. It involves a police officer, but it's one of those like funny things where it's like, what the heck? It's just a breather from like all the horrific true crime news that we talk about. And again, this has gone viral. So if y'all have not seen this video, you have to look at it. Beckham, did you see the video of police officer Matthew Jackson?
No, I'm not.
Beckham has a Diddy mansion, oh, for Christ's sakes. So this video, and after the show is done, look it up. So this video has gone viral of Detroit police officer Matthew Jackson. He appeared last week at a virtual court hearing, and the hearing that he was appearing for was
I saw it. I saw this video, but I don't know if I saw the other video.
What are you talking about?
But I think I did see this video.
Oh, I'll say it's been everywhere.
Yeah, I think I saw.
Like,
well, I think I saw part of
everywhere.
it. Yeah, I did.
So again, he was appearing virtually for this hearing, and the case was a woman being accused of drag racing and disorderly conduct. What was so abnormal and out of just normalcy, and those both mean the same thing, but that's okay, about this court officer's appearance was the way the camera was positioned. It was kind of like this, but his camera was tilted more down, and he was wearing his police issued, shirt, pins, ID, all that stuff, but he had no pants on. He had no pants. He had boxer shorts on.
Are you saying he's basically playing Elmo?
He had boxers on. And
hey guys, I have no pants.
So when Officer Jackson introduced himself in the court meeting, you instantly hear the judge, or Judge Sean Perkins, say, quote, "You got some pants on, officer?" End quote. And Officer Jackson, he just responds, quote, "No, sir." End quote. I mean, so then Officer Jackson adjusted his camera so the lower half of his body was no longer in view of the camera. But the defendant's attorney, like everybody was just like on the virtual call, like, wait, what? It was wild. So after that happened, the defendant's attorney, of course, had to comment.
Hey, is it 2020 again or something?
Yeah, no shit. There's so many virtual hearings, which is, I think it's interesting. I have my own opinions on that, but we'll save that for after. So the defendant's attorney said to a news station, quote, "I was trying to figure it out. Like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing, especially with a police officer?" End quote. So the Detroit Police Department issued a statement. They said, quote, "The Detroit Police Department requires its officers to represent themselves in a dignified and professional manner while attending court proceedings. The involved officers' actions are not representative of the professionalism of this department and will be appropriately addressed to maintain the public confidence in efficient operation of this department." End quote. I will say everything I have read about this police officer has been nothing but positive, nothing but professional. So like, I actually do feel really bad because I really believe, based on everything, that this was like a total one-off. He didn't expect the camera to be shown that low, and he seemed embarrassed. Like he seems like just a good-hearted police officer that's like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But at the end of the day, you
can't harp on him too bad, dude. Anybody would have done it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're doing the virtual, you're just make sure that you just have something nice and from the, wearing shorts or something from waist down.
I mean, yeah, like Beckham said, like, what is this, back in like COVID 2020?
Yeah,
like,
everybody was doing it.
Everybody did that.
Everybody. You can't tell me nobody was doing it in shorts and like a nice shirt or a jacket or something. if you were on a Zoom meeting or something.
Oh, I mean, I myself would wear like a nice work top and then like sweatpants. Because,
right.
like, why? Or pajama
And
pants.
if anybody tells you no, they're lying.
Oh, 100%. Like, you mean to tell me you're on a Zoom call and all we can see is here up and you're wearing professional pants and stiletto heels?
No. Unless you were going somewhere like immediately, like after.
Renee, at least he had boxers on. It could have been worse.
Did you go out? Yeah, I mean, like it's basically wearing shorts. So, again, maybe I don't think it. I mean, it's a little embarrassing, but everybody's doing it, so he probably just did it, and it's no big deal. It shouldn't. I mean, he should have just made sure the camera was a little better. But it's a little bit of embarrassing, but it's not like it's not unheard of or shocking. I thought it was funny. It would have been funnier if the judge would have said something kind of more appealing about it or jokingly about it, but went with it a little bit. But so the judge is a little different. Now there is a guy. I don't know if y'all seen this guy. It's a judge, and he's got glasses and he has these crazy outfits. That guy will call the defendant out all the time about anything, whether if they're not working, if they're late, or whatever they're doing, their life plans. I mean, that guy's kind of funny, and he kind of messes with the defendants a little bit, which I probably would have messed with him a little bit. But then again, that judge is probably more serious type. Hurry up, Danny. Where are you?
Sorry about that, folks. My internet went down and I saw it kick me.
Oh my God. Of the Phil. No kidding. I have to be. And tonight, I'm gonna start talking like Star Wars or something. Enough with this crime. Can we get a break on crime? Speaking of crime, let's talk about New York City. What's gonna probably happen? Are you back? No. What does everybody think about New York City? Because I can probably tell you what's gonna happen. All the criminals are gonna move back to New York. All the criminals are going to get back to are going to go to New York, and it's just going to be like the Gotham. It's going to turn into Gotham City. It's gonna, because you're gonna have a bunch of criminals going back, and they're all going to be like given a talk to, and not, I mean, will they even get arrested? They might just, oh, you committed a crime? Hey, let's bring somebody to talk to you about it so that you can just get on your way. I don't think a lot of people will move out like they're saying, but we'll see. Well, what will happen if law enforcement is changed, the leadership is changed, all that kind of the ideals of law enforcement, that type of thing are changed. You're gonna definitely see the criminality just shoot through the roof. You will.
Oh God, are you really talking political?
No, I'm just talking about what could happen in New York City in the crime realm. It's a crime show.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. I don't know what the hell is going on with my internet. If it kicked me out again, I was gonna go downstairs with different background, but that's all right. All right. So I'm just moving back to see if we missed anything about that police officer.
I was just okay. So I was saying that I don't know if people see this. I mean, this judge, I probably would have called him out and maybe had its personality, but I might have had I might have thrown him a couple of jokes at him or something. But this judge seemed kind of serious. But I was talking about, have you seen that one judge that he has these crazy outfits, he's got glasses, he has like a YouTube channel, he puts the stuff on YouTube. or whatever on social media, and
Mhm.
he'll call him out. He'll call out the defendant for like being late or life choices or future, outlooks and all kinds of stuff. He adds a little bit of like humor to it, He kind of
Mhm.
keeps it real. If you want to call it that way. So he's a little bit more, lively with the defendant, and it would have been funny to see that judge with this guy. It would have been kind of funny to see them how he would have gone with it, because back to what we were saying, like it's not a big deal. Like he just happened to miss the camera. If he would have just had it up, it wouldn't have caught it. And
Yeah,
like you know Renee said, at least he had his boxers. It could have been
very
worse. I mean,
true. Yeah, and I'm not sharing the stories. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe this officer. Like, but like, it was just one of those like that sucks moment. He, from what I've read, seems like a really decent police officer. So it's one of those like, I hate to say like we can all have a laugh at his expense. I'd like to think we're
Well, it
laughing
was
with
kind of
him.
funny. It's a little embarrassing. It is. It is. You got to admit, it is embarrassing. A little bit of embarrassing, and it's a little bit
Oh,
funny.
thank God he had the boxers on though. Like my thought is like, let's have a laugh with him, not at him, but with him.
Because anybody, like I said, back to COVID, we all did it. Everybody did it. So it's not like
I don't have a link, Wolf. It's like all over Instagram. But I guarantee if you like
Oh, you
Google
just
it,
Google it. Just Google
you'll
it, and it
find
comes
it.
right up. It's one
It
of the
will
top,
come right up. Just put
choices.
in his name, and it will come right up, which is Detroit police officer Matthew Jackson. Guarantee it will come right up. Are people with nose rings appropriately? I have a nose ring, so I actually have multiple, but yeah, I let one close. So I had a lot of piercings back in the day. Now I'm just into tattoos. But all right, all right. So there's one other case for tonight, and it's a little bit long. The trial's happening right now, and I've been following it. I was like, all right, now's the time we're going to talk about it. So I have a lot of notes. So I'm going to break it down into a couple manageable
Oh, wow. Is this the pastor murder?
Mm-hmm. Have you been following this, Becca?
No, but it finally hit the Beckham's, realm window
Oh shit.
circle of info. Yeah, it came across the desk.
It came across the desk. I mean, it has sex, religion, murder. Like it has everything that like people are like, oh my gosh, it has this and that and that. So like it's gonna be very newsworthy. But for those who don't know, let's give a little recap. And again, I'll break it down into a few chunks and we'll talk. So if I mispronounce any names, my apologies. So the trial is of Latashia Daniels. So
Sorry.
what?
The boxers, Fruit of the Looms.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So Weird
I don't
Debbie, Weird
I
Debbie
don't
M
know.
1619 with the hard hitting questions. I don't
Hey,
have that answer.
dude, I used to like those as a kid. The Fruit of the Looms commercials where they had the guys in like the big grape outfit. Wait, what were they? Grapes? One apple? I don't know. It was like the fruits, and they all had these costumes. I thought they were funny when I was a kid.
Well, now that we know what type of underwear Beckham buys,
No, I don't buy those. I'm just telling you, as a kid, I liked the commercials because they were.
James, I know. Oh, I know. And I'm like, oh, there's like 4 to
Will you
5
fix your
tattoos I
frame? It's
need.
crooked.
Oh, because the cat knocked it.
The
Yeah,
one
you
over
guys
here.
are saying all
Well, I
that.
can't. You know what I'm talking about? It's over there.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I don't care.
Is that what James talking about?
It is. So, all right, Latashia Daniels. So she is on trial right now, and we'll get to the latest update as of today. But a little bit of background, right? So Latashia is charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder in the April 4th, 2019 shooting. So Broads Perry, a pastor, was shot and killed. His wife, Tabitha Archie, was also shot. However, she survived the attack, and Tabitha is actually was in court this week on the stand testifying in this case. So this was not a random attack. So Latashia was the secret lover. Now, just put it like it is, of Pastor Perry. And the relationship is interesting because Latasha and Tabitha.
Why did you call it a secret lover?
Because Tabitha, Pastor Perry's wife, didn't know.
You could have just said mistress.
But there's more to it than just that.
Oh, okay.
By the end of this, you might still say, I stand by that word, that statement.
Secret lover. Don't they? Isn't
No,
there like a song about that?
So anyway, Latasha is having the affair with
Yeah.
Pastor Perry. And then Latasha and Pastor Perry's wife, Tabitha, are also friends.
Oh, God.
Latasha and Tabitha have not talked about. Tabitha doesn't know. Tabitha doesn't know what her husband and friend are doing. So they all met through a church in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Why?
This was the church where Pastor Perry was serving. In the end, they moved away. So the defense's argument about what happened is that Pastor Perry seduced Latasha during a counseling session regarding her divorce from her husband, and then they began a 2-year relationship. The defense states that Pastor Perry assured Latasha that he was in an open relationship with his wife.
Oh, my God.
And he said, the defense is saying, Tabitha approves of you and me, of our relationship. The prosecution is saying Latasha drove from Arkansas to Tennessee after Pastor Perry ended their relationship. And Latasha brought a 9mm gun with her. So Tabitha, she took this. Let's pause right there. Let's pause right there.
In what world is a religious person relationship open? First of all.
And if it's open, why is it a secret?
Well, right. You don't have open. It's not a thing, dude.
I mean, in certain cultures, one could argue.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. You're right. In culture, different cultures, right? But in this case, Southern Baptist. I mean, what are they? Southern Baptists, Catholics?
I don't know.
It wouldn't have been a Catholic. You're talking about a priest there, but Methodist, whatever. Come on, man.
But also, it's one of those. Hey, I'm in this open marriage. Everything, yeah, it's all good, but keep it a secret. Like, you can't have it both ways. So, like, he's saying, I'm in an open marriage. Not only does my wife know, she knows that me and you are together. But clearly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, Tabitha took the stand this week. She stated that none of those claims that the defense are saying are true. The way Tabitha recalled the night of the shooting, she and her husband, months before, had moved, about 6 months before, they moved to Tennessee. In the night of the shooting, they were in their new home in Tennessee that night. And between 9 to 10 p.m., there was a knock at the door, and that it was Latasha. Again, the couple knew her from their previous place where they lived in church in Arkansas. So, this wasn't like a random stranger showing up. Pastor Perry was not home at the time when Latasha showed up, but Tabitha was saying, okay, yes, it was unexpected. Latasha said, oh, I'm here in town for a conference. So Tabitha welcomed Latasha into their home. About 10 minutes later, Pastor Perry shows up.
Oh, man. Can you imagine the look on his face?
He appeared, quote, agitated, end quote, when he saw Latasha. He asked her why she was there and continued to press her, why are you here? Why are you here? About 10 minutes later, Latasha decides, okay, I'm just going to leave. Tabitha goes to walk her out. So Latasha is in front. Tabitha's in front. Latasha and her husband are behind them. They're all supposed to be walking towards the front door so Latasha can leave. But Tabitha, as she's walking towards the door, goes to turn around and there's no one behind her. So where is Latasha and where is her husband? Tabitha says on the stand, quote, I see her pull out a gun and start shooting, end quote. Pastor Perry was hit and fell to the ground. Tabitha then tried to shield her husband from continuing to be shot. Latasha demanded Tabitha to move away. She refused, and then Tabitha was subsequently shot. I'll pause in a moment. Tabitha said on the stand that Latasha said, quote, "You broke my heart," end quote. And her husband responded by saying, quote, "I didn't mean to," end quote. Pastor Perry ended up dying due to his wounds. There's more we'll get to, but let's pause right there. Becca was speechless. That never happens.
Huh?
You're speechless. That never happens.
Yeah, you're right. It's like we see this all the time. And so
but not when it involves a pastor.
Oh, I mean, come on, dude. No, I've heard of stories and all kinds of stuff. A matter of fact, I've been part of a big church before where like the pastor had a security team, not only for the crazies, but not only to against the crazies. No, dude, I've heard I've heard because at that time it was more like a young adult group, right? You would meet every Wednesday or whatever, and one of the girls in the group, she worked for the pastor of this huge mega church, and she would tell us about everything, some of the things, and he had his own security team. He was married with kids and everything, so the security team would not only protect him from, and I'm being serious here. We heard voicemail or messages and stuff. People, I'm telling you, there was a reason why he had a security team. And unbeknownst to a lot of the church members, they didn't, of course, not many knew he had a security team, a professional security team. So that not only did they protect him against people like the crazies, they protected him about potential, women coming up, and because he was very fashionable, right, at the time, and of course, he's the pastor of the big church. And I'm telling you, women would try to hit on him. But again, he had that reinforcement of the security team to, hey, stay away. He's doing this, doing that. So yeah, it was a real optics type of thing, even back then. So it's not nothing new. I'm not surprised if you want to look at it from a positive standpoint, because I've seen these types of stories involving just normal people having affairs in the same neighborhood and that kind of thing. At least the kid, there was at least right now, there wasn't any kids involved. I've seen them tragically where the kids get shot too and murdered, and all kinds of stuff. So I'm not at the bottom of the story yet, but hopefully there's no kids involved. But that would probably be the positive I would take out of the story for so far, to be honest with you.
Becca, it never ceases to amaze me that I work so hard on this Google Doc, and I'm like, I gotta get it ready, gotta send it out to Beckham. So you have time to read it like maybe a day or so before the show. And I know you never read it.
You sent it to me like 5. I was like, why did she send me Tuesday's document so early? I didn't know you sent me this one.
Oh, that was yeah. Because I try to be on top, Anywho, so let's get back to what's
so it's
now.
No, I'm not surprised.
Okay, no, it's fair. So again, Pastor Perry ended up dying to his wounds. His wife Tabitha survived. So, all right, we get to where we are. So the defense is claiming in all of this also that Pastor Perry told Latasha to come to his home so that they could reveal their affair to his wife Tabitha. So right there, I'm like, wait a minute. The defense is saying Pastor Perry told me, I'm in an open relationship. My wife knows everything's fine. It's great. She knows about me and you, but then also says she doesn't know about us. Come to my house this night so that we can tell my wife about this. So right away, I'm like, the defense's own story, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it was, I was like looking through it and I was like, yeah, something was off from that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right. One thing if it says
it didn't make any sense to me, to be honest with you.
it wasn't an open thing and the wife didn't know, and then but then I'm also thinking, if I'm Latasha and the wife Tabitha supposedly knows, in their friends, they never once had a conversation. Like, it just, there's a lot that doesn't add up.
Yeah, it didn't make
It
sense
doesn't
to me.
add up.
That's why when I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So Latasha's had a history of being in abusive relationships. In the defense is saying because of that, she purchased a gun with the intent to commit suicide. But with Pastor Perry saying, come visit me to tell Tabitha I'm going to go see Pastor Perry one more time. Again, that doesn't make sense either. Why see him one more time if you're in this relationship that you're going to continue, and now that supposedly was open, now we're going to tell Tabitha and me and you are going to be. That doesn't make sense. Again, I'm just reporting what as it unfolded.
I mean, I'm there. I'm right. Hey, man, I'm right there with you.
Okay.
I mean,
I legit had to go back through as I'm like watching part of the trial and reading through like, okay, what happened in court? And I'm like, am I missing something? I thought it was me misreading. And then I'm like, no, it's not. It just, the defense doesn't make sense. All right.
Yeah, I was thinking that already. Yep.
Okay. What was fact, it was played for the jury were multiple video clips. And these were video clips of Pastor Perry and Latasha. One of the clips was Pastor Perry discussing, quote, ethical non-monogamy, end quote. And he was claiming in this clip that his wife Tabitha had agreed to an open marriage on specific rules. Quote, with Tabby being perfectly fine with how I've handled it, being honest and transparent and trusting my judgment, end quote. Another clip was Pastor Perry saying about Tabitha that she had established, quote, hard nose, end quote, about relationships with other people. But when it came to his relationship with Latasha, that's fine. Everything goes. She's different. So one of the things, I actually did put it in the notes, but I'm going to put it back in there. Pastor Perry told Latasha to get a book. I have heard about this book before with somebody else, and I'll just leave it at that. But the book is called Ethical Slut, and he told Latasha to get that book, which it's like, if y'all aren't familiar with the book, look it out. I have not read it. I've heard about it through somebody else I know, and I was like, oh shit. I have not read it. But anyway, again, doesn't make sense. Like, the story in the narrative doesn't add up. But Tabitha, again, on the stand, she frequently said, none of this is true. She denied all of those claims. So clearly she was not aware of. It's one thing for Latasha now to say, he told me this, he told me this, he told me this. He's not here to defend himself one way or another. What is indisputable, though, is those clips, is those recordings. So Tabitha, hearing and seeing this, she said her husband never told her about any relationship with anybody, also never about one with Latasha. And he also never discussed with his wife about wanting an open marriage. So in the end, the jury now has the case. Jury deliberations have begun as of today. So, okay, I know I just threw a lot of information at y'all because we have not talked about this case before. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you believe? Like, what do you think? Or what's your overall takeaway from what you're hearing from all sides?
I mean, I already kind of told you mine. So, I mean, I think it's on the cheating husband and the mistress. I mean, again, when is it anything where you know what it is? Come on, you're an adult. You're an adult. You're not young. You're not young. They know what's happening here. It's an affair, right? When have you known it for a pastor to be in an open relationship? Like, seriously, come on. Like, that's why I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, That's why this mega church pastor had a security team, a legit security team, like ex special forces Israeli security team. And I'm not making it up, to
I'm not
protect them
saying you're making it up.
from something like this happening, because I mean, you, and again, he is, they're human men, whatever. So you rather have a protection, have a solid wall around you to protect you against all these different things that could that could, what do you want to, how do you want to word it, that could, harm your your base, harm your yourself and your family, to protect
And
everything.
everything you're trying to preach.
Exactly. Yes. So, yeah, man, they took this seriously, right? To this mega church person, pastor. So,
So Latasha showing up with the gun. Do you think
she went crazy, dude. We've
do
seen
you
it
think her
before.
intention, like what the defense is saying, was I bought this gun, I'm gonna kill myself, but I'm gonna go see him one last time?
Maybe that might be possible, and she lost it.
Hmm.
Maybe she wanted to be like, look, I feel sorry for me. Come with me. Without you, I can't live, or without you, I'm gonna kill myself. And she needed a prop, but then it turned again. How did and two, Danny, what's the history of her with guns? She had to have practiced loading it. She had to have practiced shooting it. That kind of thing. So it was, if she had the intent to shoot, then she was already practicing and getting herself used to handling the gun. Would you know how to handle that 9 millimeter?
No.
Exactly. You'd have to practice, right? I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you'd have to, like,
Right.
you get to see it, feel it, mess with it, and load it, know how to handle it, shoot it, or else you wouldn't know what to do with it. You would just use it as a prop, but you wouldn't know how to, again, use it.
Renee, I do. I fully believe that, Renee.
But I thought Renee at one time was one of the first female. Remember that? Do you remember that? Do
Oh,
you remember that? I thought Renee.
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, Renee, congratulations! You were one of the first female,
Oh, what was
Marines to
it?
graduate.
Yeah, it was, yeah, something.
And she was like, how old do you think I am? I was like, oh my, I don't know. I'm just like,
Oh God. K Dog thinks she's guilty.
yeah, I just gave you a big time point. How would she have known how to
I'm not
use
saying
it?
he didn't. Wolf said wife didn't agree to open relationship.
There's no
Renee
way.
remembers.
Dude,
You
I'm sorry.
dogging
Yeah, I was
her.
like, oh my God, Renee. We hadn't met her yet, but she had just came into the chats, and I was like, oh my God, Renee. And I had read about it somewhere because I was doing
No, this
research.
was recent.
No, this was a long time. This was before we met her. And because I was looking into the research of, like, Vietnam and stuff and Marines and stuff like that. And I had read something about it, and then she had mentioned that she was an ex, female, Marine. And I was like, oh my God, anyway.
You know what? So okay, Renee's saying here she has a good shot. I would Beckham, I would be on best behavior. No, just joking. Just joking. I all right, so I know I'm really mean, but I don't
It's the guy's fault, if anything.
well
Or
no,
two,
going to
or you can
Latasha.
say it takes two to tango. I get it, but
Right.
he's the leader. He's the man. He's the leader of the church. He should have never. It's hey man, he got shot. It's on him. That's
So
my
no, but
personal opinion.
her buying the weapon, I don't
Well, those are two
necessarily
separate things, though.
no, but I don't like always go to the concept of like when people like I meant to kill myself, but I
I
killed
mean,
that
maybe
person
Danny. I don't.
instead.
You don't.
Like with
You don't.
Selena, like with the Selena Quintanilla, right?
Oh,
With
well, that was
Yolanda
straight up.
Perez,
Yeah,
when
that was a
she's saying,
jealous
I
rage.
bought the gun to kill myself, but
That
ended up
was a
killing her.
jealous rage
No, I know, but
murder.
I
We know
don't
that one.
believe, and I'll take all this shit for it. But like, when people like, I'm gonna kill myself, and then it goes wrong and you end up killing somebody. Like, it just doesn't add
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I
But
guess yeah.
this wasn't like I'm driving down the street and like things went wrong. Latasha had to make the drive from one state to another. It's like this to see him one last time. Okay, so you're saying to see him one last time, but you're also, which to me implies the relationship's over. The defense said early on she's upset because he broke up with her. But then the defense is also saying, come here, and even though I'm in an open marriage and my wife knows about you and is okay with it, let's tell my wife that we're together. So everything the defense is saying doesn't add up. So to me, I can't, and I know the burden of proof is not on the defense, it's on the state. I get that. But I think the defense really needed to come up with something better for this. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm agreeing with you all the way around. But the thing about her being like, maybe we don't know, but it most likely was a jealous rage murder, because again, she had to be comfortable enough with that weapon to use it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, could this
Or
have
what
been
was her
like
history? Or what was her history with guns? I mean, maybe she
we
was
don't, I
ex-military.
don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe she was ex-military. She knew how to handle it, or ex-law enforcement or something.
So the wife shield when Latasha shot the husband, so Tabitha tried to shield her husband. Again, clearly not knowing what was happening and why. And Latasha basically said, move, get out of the way from shielding him. And she said no. So Latasha shot her. But Tabitha survived. Pastor Perry didn't. So how do you think the verdict's going to go?
She's guilty.
You think that she's going to be guilty?
Yeah.
They're going for first-degree murder.
Oh yeah, totally. I'll be shocked if they say not guilty, but oh yeah, dude, there's no doubt it was you. There's 2 points here. To me, one, there's no doubt it was a jealous rage murder, and two, we don't know. Maybe she started off with she wanted to scare him, but she did again. It's huge, dude. She knew how to how to use it. So it had to have been in the mind, and if you want to do the whole premeditated, yeah. But again, I don't know. You said, did it start off as maybe she wanted to use as a prop to maybe say, look, I'm going to kill myself, type of thing for him in her mind, in her thought process. Maybe I can convince him to come with me, feel sorry for me, and be with me, and in her own mind that it worked out in her head, right? And she wanted to use it as a prop. But in reality, when she saw the look on his face, like the mirror, like what are you doing here? That look of like resentment and all that, it flipped a switch probably in her.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole idea of living with that fantasy just went out the window, and it turned into jealous rage.
Like, well, fuck you then.
Yeah, and then boom, 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 right? Or however many shots it was.
So weird. I'm just gonna call you Weird Debbie. Weird Debbie says guilty.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is guilty too.
Shelley says it appears there could be premeditation involved. However, there could also be a defense of emotional.
Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, I think it might have started that like that a little bit, but then, like I said, the moment because you described what he, how he. I was gonna ask the chat if they could describe the look on his face when he saw her there, and I bet that's what caused that switch flip.
Yeah, I mean, I think okay, again, the burden of proof is on the state. But I mean, if you just look at the evidence of, yes, she drove all that way, she brought the weapon, she shot and killed the pastor,
Nope.
shot the wife. That's not up for debate. So the defense needs to muddy the waters to either try to get her not convicted of first degree, maybe of a lesser charge, I don't see how she can be not guilty in this, because it's not up for debate that she didn't do it. So I think I'm with y'all on the guilty verdict. Will it be first degree, or do you think the jury might think, you know what, that she did not have that intention, and it may have been an in the moment act of a lesser charge? Yeah, she may claim self, but she didn't claim self-defense. That's the thing. This was, I have an abusive history with Ben. I bought a gun. I was going to kill myself. I had to see one last time, even though he said, come to me, we're going to tell my wife. And then she shows up with the wife that supposedly already knew. She shows up.
Right.
He's not there. When he gets home, she's like, he's not happy. And again,
Right.
The two women were friends.
Sure.
It's very, I think the defense dropped the ball in not just having one story that made sense. Because it's like, wait, you said this, but you said this, and you said, but
yeah,
that
right.
sense.
Correct.
It was an accident. I'm sorry. She did say she was, what's the quote? Oh, did I exit out of it? She said, I'm so very sorry, end quote. But who doesn't say that when they're in court? I mean, some don't. I'll rephrase that. Some don't. But again, she made that long drive with that gun. It's, if you were going to kill yourself, why bring the gun into there? Leave it in the car. Leave it at your hotel room. If like that was your real intent. I don't buy that. I think it might have been like I don't know, Beckham, like we were just saying, like he's like, why are you here? Why are you here? And then, okay, I'll leave. And like, kind of like, wait a minute. Well, then fuck you.
Yep.
I don't know. So
pretty good at breaking down crimes for a reason.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll have a verdict.
Guilty.
Yes. I think by Wednesday. I don't know how it could go that long. But again, all it takes is one juror to say, I don't think it was first degree.
Oh, yeah, but I think, I mean, come on, man.
No, I agree, but all it takes is one for Latasha's story to resonate and be like, you know what? Yeah, maybe she really didn't plan that. That wasn't her intent when she drove there, when she got there, when she spoke to Tabitha, when he showed up. Like I don't know. Wolf said, okay, so Weird Debbie saying, I don't buy it either. Wolf saying, you only take the gun out if you fear for your life and you can't get away. 100%. But Beckham said earlier, made a good point. But we've seen it where it's like, maybe it's like, leave her, be with me, or I'm going to kill myself. Mm-hmm. Could that have been a conversation?
I think that was her intent.
Or if that, okay.
I think honestly, I think I've seen these a couple of times in real life, and that was probably the intent, like to make him feel bad. And in her head, her thought process, her fantasy, whatever you want to call it, it works out in her head. And she was going to use it as a prop. And then, of course, I guarantee you she saw the look on his face, maybe an anger, maybe it just, and he might have said something and she flipped it and it became jealous rage.
Mm-hmm. It could have been her last one, like final plea, like be with me or else.
Or yeah, I mean, we weren't there, right? It could have been, yeah, that too. I mean, yeah. And then the wife's like, what's going on here? And like, she doesn't even know what's going on.
Right. Yeah, again, the way the defense kind of spun it all, it doesn't make sense. If they're saying she was going to kill her, she had to see him one last time. So then it's like, okay, so you're saying the defense is saying that, so then her intent wouldn't have been leave your wife, come with me. Like,
yeah.
Sarah Boone needs an attorney. Maybe after this is, I don't know. Sorry, that was a bad joke, but
What did you say?
Sarah Boone needs an attorney. So
I know we know that.
once this trial wraps up, send them Sarah's way. I don't know. But all right, Wolf is saying if you take your gun out and head to someone's house and they end up dead, you fucked. Wolf,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a star for that because truer words have never been spoken. Yeah. So we'll see what happens next week. I think we'll have the verdict.
I mean, like, yeah. To Wolf's point, did she have to take the gun down out of the car?
Mm-hmm. Right.
She could have just said, "Hey, I'm oh my God, there's a gun in the car, and I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna go home and do it," and left the gun at home.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
telling
a
you,
lot.
right? Yeah.
There's a lot that the
Just think about it. It's not normal.
It's not.
It's
But
not.
I honestly feel the defense left more questions than answers,
Yeah.
but not in a good way.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Not in a good way. So we will see. So y'all, I mean, I think we all agree guilty. Will it be the first degree, which is what the prosecution's trying to go for? I'm like 90% sure that's how the jury will go with this. Again, all it takes is one holdout to be like, I don't think it was first degree. I don't think it was premeditated. And then, oh, you violent Americans. James, that's a whole show in itself. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And if you want to focus on a whole bunch of crimes specific to Massachusetts, tune in on Tuesday. But yeah, so we'll keep you guys posted of this. Again, Latashia Daniels, if you are not following this, again, jury has been handed the case as of today. So other than that,
wasn't like
yeah, Beckham.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, Wolf saying just some life advice for anyone watching: don't kill people. You will end up in jail for a long time. I'm going to give you a star. I wish I could give you 10 stars for that because, yeah, it just so many cases, Beckham, that we talk about where it's like people think, all right, everybody else got caught this way. I'm not going to get caught.
No, but like Shelly said earlier, it's an emotional driven situation, and sometimes people don't think right, don't think straight, are not in their right mind. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I tried to be earlier about the pastor
about Beckham always being right.
Of the there's crazies, but she just was not in the right frame of mind, man, and she was probably emotional and hurt and all that. But I'm not of course not justifying it, but it probably had to partially do with emotion, and that leads to jealous in these types of situations, jealous rage. And everybody's human, everybody has that feelings.
Oh, 100%. There's emotions and feelings at play here. What they are, I think, is up for debate.
Yeah. But if you're gonna blame somebody, blame the guy. It was on him. He's the leader of the church. He's the man. He's the one that should be responsible to say, no, I'm married, and there's a stop the advances, that kind of thing. And he failed. And if you say that's what happened, his last words to her were, I'm sorry I did, or whatever, that he hurt her.
I didn't mean to. Yeah.
I didn't, whatever he said. Then in those final moments, he realized that maybe it finally hit him that it was all his fault. And it probably was.
Yeah. Well,
because he's the one that he met with her, and she was in that state of mind that she went through a divorce and she wasn't worth anything and she couldn't keep her man and all. I mean, we can go all night about that stuff.
Don't word it like that because we don't know.
But I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
We don't know.
He probably took advantage of it.
I mean, 100%. That's an absolutely, at the very least, inappropriate pastor relationship where you're trying to counsel this woman who's divorcing from her husband, whatever the reason is. and you cross that line,
He crossed the
100%
line.
appropriate.
He crossed the line. Yep.
And then the
He was.
recordings,
Yeah, I mean,
of him saying this stuff to her about his, like,
yeah,
that
it's just,
can't be disputed.
no, it's
So,
terrible. Yeah, it's all on. I mean, if you want to blame it, it's his fault. But
mhm.
doesn't give her the right to go killing anybody either.
No, 100% it does not. It does not. But I will say, in her, if to put somebody kind of in her perspective, in Latasha's perspective, if he's saying, and there's video, there's video.
Now,
there's
man, now
audio.
what would be jacked up would be, like you said, it takes one jury member to be like, hey, if they hear it, they feel for her and they felt it was his fault and he's the one that did everything and he put her in that compromised position and he caused all the emotional trauma that led to the event and it's not her fault. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. No.
Mhm. Right. And I
I
don't
wouldn't
want
be
us to come
surprised.
like, there are very and many different type of relationship styles, if that's the right word, or nothing has to be conventional. To each their own. Everybody's adults and can make their own choices. And if people do have that, an open marriage, and that, and everybody's consenting and so on and so forth, like, people can make their own choices, and what might be okay with one is not with the other. To each their own. So in Latasha's defense, I will give her this. If she's saying, okay, yes, I'm with a married person, but I'm being told by my partner, it's open, it's fine, it's this, it's consensual, so on and so forth. Latasha might be thinking for the past 2 years that, again, I'm fine being with somebody that's married. Because maybe she didn't. We don't know what her end goal out of that relationship was. But again, consenting adults.
But it's
the person who was
unconventional
not
to
in the
have.
loop was Tabitha, and that's the
Right.
problem.
But at the same time, it's unconventional
And
to
that
have.
falls on the husband.
Yes.
That falls on the husband.
Right.
So it's okay. Wolf, that's exactly the right word. It's complex. It is complex. But at the end of the day,
doesn't give her the right to kill.
Doesn't
anybody.
give her the right to buy the gun, to make that drive to it. Yeah. Wolf says, when I bought guns, I took classes, and it helps you realize what you have. Training helps you handle the gun safely and rules using it.
Now, let me tell you something. Like when being part of that young adult group in the church and everything, when that girl told us about all this stuff and everything, I was like, I thought it was at that age, it didn't make any sense. Like, why? Like, oh my God, now looking back, it makes all the sense in the world for a mega church pastor to have a security detail. All the sense in the world to protect them against all kinds of things. Yeah, he's talking about the gun. He's talking about, like, handling the gun and being familiar with it and being able to have the confidence to use it and all that kind of. Yeah, it is harder than unless you're used like Renee, she grew up with them, right? So she's known how to use them and feels comfortable and confident and all that, so yeah. So
yeah, Sam, yep, yeah, and Renee agrees with that. So K-Dog says, I changed my vote, mistrial. K-Dog, why do you say mistrial?
Yeah, I mean, it could go that way.
Guilty, but maybe guilty of like second degree or manslaughter or something lesser than first. I'm curious why you say mistrial when it's not up for debate that she did it. Was it what the state is arguing is first degree, premeditated, planned? Not to put you on the spot, but I'm very curious because you said that. Which, again, that's what all it takes is one juror. So I'm very curious. Well, K-Dog, while you're hopefully typing your answer, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, hon. while he's doing that, we're winding down for the night. So quick plug, next Tuesday will be the panel on Boston police corruption, past and present. Join me, join Beckham, join the Liz, join Omar from Boston Crime Tours, and we will talk all about it. And we mentioned that name earlier, Trooper Proctor. Oh my gosh, will we be talking Trooper Proctor on Tuesday? You don't want to miss it. What else? The week after, interview for JC Brink, Cutting to the Truth, with the authors of that book, Anthony D. Maria and Marshall Terrell. I do have that book.
Dude, the other night, I don't know if you saw my comment, but I was like, I was like, you were going like 3 hours or something, or close to the 3-hour mark.
Over 3 hours.
And I was like, Danny, I was like, are we in 220? Are we in 2020 again?
And I didn't even have time to read the chat. Like, I kind of had my eye on it as I was
James
going.
said something funny, she hasn't. James was like, "Oh, she's gonna be ready to go to work here in a minute," or something like that.
My throat was on fire after. It was just nonstop talking. Like, it killed. I woke up the next day. I was like, "Oh my god, I feel like I have strep throat." But I had a lot to talk about the book, so it was all good. Speaking of books, book club, y'all voted. Talk about a landslide, because not only do people vote on the YouTube poll that I do, but not everybody has a YouTube account or votes there. I'll get DMs on Instagram, emails, but y'all, landslide book. Y'all want to talk about it. It was voted upon. The new book, Nobody's Girl, a memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice, by Virginia Giuffre. So that just came out on October 21st. That is the book that we will be reading and reviewing. So anybody that wants to be a part of book club. So book club this month will be on a Tuesday. It will be Tuesday, November 25th. So the last Tuesday of the month, only because the last Thursday of the month when we usually do it, that's Thanksgiving Day. So that we can't do that. So yeah, it will be on Tuesday, November 25th. So anybody that wants to read it and be on camera and talk, or even on camera, but like have an avatar up, more than welcome to do so, or be in the chat, or just watch and observe. One of the cool things with book club that I get a lot of messages from y'all, which is pretty cool, is even if you guys haven't read the book for book club, there's so many messages of like, I wanted to hear your review before I purchased it, which that's cool too. That's cool too. Because at the end of the day, I mean, books get, they add up. So if people want to kind of be like, okay, yeah, that is something I want to invest in and learn more about, now I'm going to buy it. Or, you know what? I'm glad I didn't buy it, because maybe that's kind of not what I'm interested in reading about. And to each their own. So yeah, I know the Liz is reading it. She messaged me. She's actually more ahead in the book than I am, which, oh, how dare she? But yeah. So, all right. All right. Okay. K-Dog, let's see. Okay. K-Dog says, I believe at least one will not agree to first degree. Okay. Which could result in the mistrial. Okay. Wolf, I could see manslaughter because she is claiming that she was going to off herself. Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I don't bash books. I don't do. With that being said, will I review that on this channel? No. And I'll leave it at that. All right, Beckham. So any last minute comments, thoughts, concerns for tonight?
No. It was Tuesday night. Should be interesting.
I'm looking forward to it, because you haven't met Omar.
No.
Yeah. Next time you come out, like, we're doing.
I had a cousin named Omar.
I doubt this is the same Omar.
I know the name. I did, it's like, oh, cool. I had a cousin named Omar.
But yeah, no, when you come and visit next time, like, we're doing his tour for sure. I learned a ton, and he's so awesome.
Dude, I want to come back. I'm thinking. I mean, you and I have talked about planning the next trip, but like the possibility might be I come see the new Star Wars movie in Boston, so we'll see. That'd be a quick trip though; it won't be as long.
Mhm. Won't be with me. I will not. Well, okay. Let me rewind.
You're not gonna see Star Wars. We get it, Nanny.
No, is Mark Hamill going to be in it?
No.
Then no, I don't need to go. Then I don't need to go. You don't bash books. What about Helter Skelter? Okay, James Watson. I feel like that's a fair for everybody. That's
What
like
about
a
the
free.
book that Columbo solves the Manson murders?
I did not bash that book. That is a work of art.
Okay. Can
No,
you
that
do
is
another review of it?
huh?
Can you do an updated review of it?
Oh my god. I don't think I could do it with a straight face.
What? Come on, that'd be a fun show.
Oh my gosh. And then what was
Did
it?
you
The
do a book
shorty?
review on it, or we did? No, I don't think you
No,
did
I
an
think I
official.
mentioned I got it.
You got it, but we talked a little bit about it. Like
Yeah,
maybe
briefly.
you got you got like you had the floor for like 5 minutes about it before Paul probably cut you off and took over.
Okay. No, okay. Oh God, it pains me to defend Paul, but I will say you're the one that cuts me off, not so much Paul. She just like Wolf, I was just about to say the Shorty Shea book. That again, I will not like do a review and bash that book, but when you're like, it was like within the first 3 or something pages when it was just like, here's how so and so and so and so met. And it goes through like 2 paragraphs. And then right below that, it is unclear how they met. And I'm like, what? What? I legit had to take a screenshot. I still remember that moment, taking a screenshot of that page and sending it to you and Paul and being like, please read this. Am I misunderstanding this? Because I was hoping it was me. And you guys were like, no, that doesn't make sense either. And then I'm like, and I have to read the rest of this book? Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. But anyway.
So I mean, yeah, I think the world would appreciate you doing a book review on that book.
The world, Beckham. So now you're the world.
I'm telling you, everybody, stand up, give a clap.
Make a petition for Danny to read the Manson Columbo book and do a review.
You don't have to reread it. You can just do a show on it.
Which would mean I would have to reread it.
You could just read the just you'd be like,
no,
oh
I
yeah,
haven't. It's
oh
been
yeah,
a while.
oh yeah.
There's a lot of, again, that book is a work of art. There's a lot of gems in it. Like that author really, Columbo being at the scene was quite something.
Yes, do it. Do like a pre-Christmas. Do it for Christmas.
He's my world. What are you talking, Beckham or Columbo? I hope your answer is
Hey,
Columbo.
you know what? Like Shelly and I started watching the Columbo season 1, episode 1, just on the downtime in Colorado. So we started watching it.
No, I mean, you know what? Hey, David Ward, does anyone have any idea where? I have no idea.
I can find her if you really want me to.
Beckham, calm down. So, yeah, Beckham, why don't
season 1, episode
Beckham,
1?
Why don't you find the?
We were waiting for you to get ready, and I started season 1, episode 1, and then we had to leave, and I was like, damn it, I kind of got into it like 30 minutes in.
Beckham, why don't you find the author of that Columbo book and message and be like, hi, my name's Mr. Beckham. I'm a Danny After Dark affiliate and co-host. You might have heard of me. I'm a big deal. My stickers went at CrimeCon. And see if we can get the author. How about that, Beckham? Yeah, no, we are not bashing Columbo by any
No, we're not. Yeah, there's a book about that. He solves he solves the Manson murder case.
He was part of the investigation. The processing of
Yeah. So, and Danny read the book. She didn't do a review.
I didn't do a review. No.
But we talked about it in one of the episodes that it was just brought up in conversation. You're like, oh yeah, by the way, I read this book, and then
I saw it on Amazon for like $7. It was
yeah.
so cheap, and I
Well,
was
okay.
like,
Can you remember what got you to purchase the book? And do you remember why? Just because it was a Manson book, and we needed something to read?
no, it was the
Did somebody suggest it to you?
no, it just showed up and oh, or things you might be interested in. You know, when you buy so much from Amazon or whatnot, and it like has an algorithm, and I was buying a ton of books.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. I believe it was the description.
Yeah, Virginia Woolf is like, I remember she was like, I have to have this.
Yep. It was okay. The picture on the cover of the book was that was quite a
Did
sight.
the art did the art just capture you, your
Um,
essence, and you're like, I have to get this book?
I'm just reading the description. Yeah, no, so it wasn't the book overview. I think it was legit the art cover, and then the reviews were actually like it's 4-star reviewed.
Really? Oh,
This
you got to review this book,
this
dude.
book keeps you on the edge as Columbo cracks the
I will
case.
like, I will.
Suspenseful, frightening, captivating. The book scared me shitless. I'm just like looking at people's reviews like, I'm like,
Dude,
what?
you got to do a book review on this one.
Someone
Come on,
said, okay, quote, it was the most twisted and terrifying book I've ever
What?
read.
Oh my god.
Oh my, I want to do not even a book review. I want to review the reviews. As a
Wolf
long
has it
time
in his list to get, but he or
As a longtime Columbo fan, I have missed looking forward to new television episodes. This book filled the void.
wow.
Wow. Um, let's see.
But okay, I have one question about the book.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to the true timeline in '69, so Columbo might have been a new homicide detective, or maybe like in his early part of his career. Did they talk about that? That you remember? Or was he already the seasoned detective that he was?
He was the seasoned detective that he
Okay.
was.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I think this was like you could have put Columbo in any crime scene in written this book, and I think it would have been a hit.
Hmm.
Because based on these reviews, oh my god, people are like obsessed with Columbo here. What is this? Recommended to fans of Columbo, but a slight warning, the author adds a few modern elements. Sex, language is a bit excessive.
Really? Did you
For
remember?
Columbo,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, people like
Well,
love
like a lot of the
Columbo.
episodes of Columbo are like the whole affair murder deals types, a lot of like killing for inheritances, a
Beckham.
lot of murder for inheritance. You have a lot of murder for like
Beckham.
what?
Oh my god, there's a whole series of Columbo true crime books.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Beckham. One is called Columbo, the grassy knoll.
No, he's not. It's not about
Beckham,
that.
I swear it's $8.09. Columbo, the Hoffa Connection.
Oh my god.
Columbo, the game show killer. So that's Rodney Alcala. Columbo, the glitter murder.
Oh, you're gonna get people excited and see
Columbo, the
what.
Hoover Files. Oh my god. Beckham, the grassy knoll.
Yeah, the Kennedy assassination. That's gonna be interesting.
All right, we got to read
It
the.
would be
All
it
right,
would be
folks,
interesting
we
for him
gotta
to go
read the
against the
description.
government.
I can buy one right now for $8.09. That would be the best $8.09.
Do you have it in your shelf behind you?
Do I have what?
The book?
Yeah, it's over there. Okay, we got to read the description here for the. All right, appearing for the first time in
Thanks,
hardcover.
Russell.
This is the grassy knoll. America's most popular TV detective unravels a mystery that has held the world's attention for 30 years. Who Killed JFK? A dazzling thriller you won't put down. Combines the pleasures of the TV series with a historical theme, a mystery scene. Wow.
The only thing I would say about it is that in the TV show, he never shows him, having to use his weapon, right?
Yeah,
But in
no,
this
he
case,
doesn't need
if you're
to.
going against the, psyops and CIA and all kinds of stuff, you better be packing some heat.
Wow, there's like a million Columbo books. Like outside of true crime, there's one called Cooking with Columbo.
Oh yeah, he did it. He did an episode where the person he was investigating had his own cooking show.
Wow.
Like the person that he was investigating, that guy had his own TV cooking show, and then he's got Columbo beating like eggs as part of the show.
I think I literally might, if I get, it's so funny. Usually, like, there'll be like family members, like, like at the holidays when it's like, oh, I didn't know what to get you, so I got you an Amazon gift card, whatever. I think if that is in my stocking this year, I think I know what I'm buying. Every Columbo book. This is wild. This just like, if I could quote Beckham, this changes everything. Oh my God, that's just made my night.
There you go, Danny.
I can't believe we just talked for 15 minutes about that. That's amazing. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Okay. 1 second. I want to see if people have reviewed the JFK one because that's one I really want to buy.
Yeah.
No one on. Oh, wait. It brought me to Thrift Books for that one. No reviews. We'll have to change that.
You might just have to click Google and see what Google finds. Maybe it might find you some reviews.
Buy the set, save money. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of rate Columbo or rate off. That's funny you say that, Sam Smith, because rate off of like other recommendations was Murder, She Wrote and Monk. So that's funny. Well, I know what I'm buying Beckham for Christmas. Columbo does Casey Anthony. Oh my God, imagine. Columbo tracing down Jack the Ripper. I mean,
tracking down.
Sorry, my bad.
Can you imagine him going back in time? Hey, he's got that goofy look.
Columbo can do no wrong. This is incredible. Maybe you could get the publisher to be a sponsor. I don't know. I think I just snorted. This is insane. I will check it out on Amazon. Tony, yeah, like this is wild. This just made my night. This really did. All right,
this could be the biggest book review that everybody reads.
Imagine if everybody's like, read the Columbo book. And then it's like, which one? Now there's so many.
Right?
So many choices. All right, everybody.
That's
on that note, Columbo rules. Columbo and the Karen Reed. Oh my God, I'm giving this.
Oh, that would be okay. That would be a dazzle because you're,
a dazzle.
Like having to figure out who really was the murderer, and you're having, a speck of police corruption and all kinds of stuff.
Columbo and like working alongside Trooper Proctor.
Oh my God.
Monitoring what's going on and uncracking that bullshit.
Can you imagine the entertainment factor in that?
I wouldn't even know. Columbo and the Karen Carpenter case. Oh my God, y'all. Yeah, well, prices are going to skyrocket because of this. All of a sudden, like it's going to be in the news, like Columbo books, like out of print now. They just got bought off from the entire planet. Danny, just one more thing. What, Tony Stewart? I'm winding down.
No, that's what Columbo says.
Oh,
just one more thing.
Sorry.
He's like, just one more thing.
It has been sorry, folks. It has been a long day, and your girl has to be up early tomorrow because volunteer cat adoptions, because that's what I do. So anybody, all right. Tonight was interesting. We talked, bunch of updated true crime stuff, a little bit of light humor with the Detroit police officer, back to the Pastor Perry and all that, and we ended on Columbo. So Beckham, I hope I made you. Beckham, if you do not go on Amazon tonight and make a purchase as well, I think our friendship is in question. So.
Oh, funny.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for True Crime and Chill tonight. Thank you, Beckham, for being here as well. And thank you for holding it down when my internet decided to crap out on me an hour ago. And what else? Tuesday, Boston Police Corruption Panel, past to present. Tune in for that. Following week after that, Anthony DiMaria, Marshall Terrell for Jay Sebring, Cutting to the Truth book, going over that with the authors. Week after that, book club. So a lot going on, folks, a lot going on. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your evening and have a great rest of your weekend.
And happy Veterans Day weekend.
Yes, happy
Veterans
Day weekend
out there.
And remember, until next time, we don't live in darkness. Darkness lives in us. Bye, everyone.